Hello, Artful Manifestors. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer, and welcome if this is your first time. So happy to have you here. This is a timeless pick a card tarot reading. Whenever you come across this reading is when you're meant to hear it. And the way that you'll choose your reading is by picking from one of these crystals that I'm about to introduce, or one of these cards that I'm about to reveal. Then you just head down to the description box below, and there you'll find a list of all the cards that I use, as well as links to all the readings. All right, let's see what we have. For reading number 1, we have Trapiche, Amethyst. And for reading number 2, we have Apopholyte. And for reading number 3, we have Sodalite. All right, let's see what the cards are. For reading number 1, this is the image. And for reading number 2, this is the image. And for reading number 3, this is the image. All right, whichever card or crystal you're most drawn to is most likely the reading meant for you. Of course, if you're drawn to 2 or even 3 of the readings, you're welcome to watch 2 or all of the readings, as there may be additional messages for you there. Enjoy your reading. Hello, reading number 1. You chose this card. And as soon as I saw it, my guide said to me, Holy Trinity. And look at the number 3 here. This is the kind of Trinity of your mind, body, and spirit alignment. And of course, we have here pictured a baby and mother. Look at that love. This is that divine love. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, you're carrying something holy within you that only you are capable of nurturing to birth. And either you've just given birth to this or you're about to. And this is something born of love. This is your baby. It could be a project, some idea that you're bringing into reality. You're giving birth to it. Again, doesn't matter if you're man or woman, we all have the divine feminine within us. And the crystal that you chose is the Trapiche Amethyst, which connects the crown chakra and the third eye chakra with exceptional clarity. It acts as a map to or of sacred geometry, aligning the wearer or reader, holder, with divine intelligence, cosmic insight, and celestial beings. This crystal amplifies messages from spirit guides, angels, and your higher self. There's definitely some type of alignment, that Holy Trinity. And the pattern resembles the wheel of transformation. It supports the soul's movement through grief, old karmic patterns, and ancestral wounds, helping to transmute pain into wisdom, especially potent for those reclaiming their voice after being silenced or shamed. And the Trapiche formations naturally create this central point from which lines radiate outward, a metaphor for making sense of chaos or confusion. It encourages mental stillness, clarity in decision making, and choosing your soul's true path over illusion or distraction. And it's a type of portal to sacred dreams. The crystal acts like a dream catcher, or a dream catcher of the spirit realm, filtering messages and offering protection while journeying in altered states, whether it's dreams, meditation, trance, daydreams. It's wonderful for diviners, seers, and empaths who wish to strengthen their intuitive boundaries. Something you are giving birth to, some great wisdom. They're showing me Athena popping out of Zeus's head. This is some great wisdom that you're giving birth to. Let's find out more about it. Justice. What a beautiful image. It's a brain and a heart. Alignment, balance, logic, your head and your heart aligned. The Magician. And this looks like the spinal cord. It's all the vertebrae making an infinity symbol. And the Ten of Swords. When I was doing the intro, I did the intro with the crystals and drawing the cards, and then I paused the video and I realized I hadn't chosen a set of tarot cards. And as soon as I realized that, my guides showed me this particular deck, which I think I've only used once before. And I'm just in awe of the imagery here with the brain and the heart balanced, and then the spinal cord. It's this Kundalini energy. Talk about alignment. One thing we think about with alignment in a physical sense is our spine, aligning our spine. And what I see that you're giving birth to is a new version of you. The 10 of Swords or 10 of blades. This is like your crucifixion moment, but it's past. This was betrayal, burnout, exhaustion, self-sacrifice. You were pierced by expectations, by old stories of worthlessness, invisibility, or martyrdom. There may have been a time when you believed your light had to die for others to shine. But now these blades are no longer in you. They're at your feet, laid down, transformed into tools, altars, symbols of survival. The wound that you carried became the womb, the portal. This wound is a portal that now is birthing something. You're alchemizing this injury, this pain, this suffering. And from it, you're birthing wisdom. Wisdom with teeth, and beauty with edge, and tenderness with boundaries. Wow. This feels so powerful. And you're aligning yourself again with your head and your heart. Through truth, through balance, equilibrium, through accountability to your soul. They're showing me Ma'at in Egyptian mythology that weighs the feather of against one's soul after death. And it's like you've been weighing choices, and not just with your mind, but with that feather light knowing of the heart. You're cutting away illusions, outdated roles, and you're realigning to yourself, your integrity. You're no longer willing to carry what's not yours. And you're not just seeking balance, you're becoming it, a living scale between shadow and light, inner and outer, then and now, a bridge. And, we're asking what you're giving birth to, and you get the Magician. You're carrying the power to create, from truth to speak, to craft, to call down the unseen into form. This is the magic of embodiment. You're preparing to give birth to your voice, your craft, your signature essence, a sacred offering shaped by your soul's full toolkit. All of the elements, your words, your art, your craft, something tangible, your will, your spirit infused, woven in, and you're doing this almost in this ritual type. It becomes a ritual, not in the sense of a routine, but a holy ceremony. You're remembering that you are the conduit. There's something about your spine, your nervous system, your kundalini energy. It's this awakening of the third eye, the crown chakra, all of it. And you're remembering that you're this conduit of this divine energy, divine love, channeling that into what you're birthing and creating and offering. And that in of itself is healing, this channeling of this divine love. You know, this mother and child reminds me of the Madonna. Again, you're carrying something holy in you. You're giving birth to this something. And with this justice, the Ten of Blades, the Magician, I see you bringing something to justice, righting some wrong. And you're doing this with what you create, alchemizing this wound, turning it into something beautiful. Wow. Reading number 1, please let me know how this resonates. This feels so sacred and powerful. I'm wishing you the best. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Reading number 2, you chose this image, which says numbers. And we see a symbol of sacred geometry here, which the crystal from the first reading has a message of sacred geometry. So if you came from that reading, let me know. They're showing me the repeating number 555. Perhaps you've been seeing repeating numbers, any repeating numbers, 1111, 333. But they want me to share with you the meaning of 555, which is a quantum shift. 555 often appears right before or during a quantum leap, a choice, an opportunity, or a realization that changes your trajectory. I can say it. The trajectory of your life. It might even feel chaotic at first, but it's sacred disorder. You're being called to shed outdated roles, stories, or limitations. And it's also a number that whispers you're not alone. Your guides, your angels, and higher self are weaving behind the scenes, aligning people, timing, resources for this jump in evolution, this quantum jump, quantum shift. An Apopholyte opens and purifies the third eye and crown chakra. It acts as an antenna, amplifying clarity, your messages with clarity. It strengthens your connection to angels, guides, ancestors, your higher self. And it's ideal for those that are channeling, receiving divine downloads, mediumship. It's also good for calming anxiety and allowing spiritual truth to rise through silence. So it's a wonderful ally for meditation, intuitive writing, or just when you feel like you need to find your center in the midst of chaos. It has a soft, nurturing presence, and it supports emotional healing, especially from past life grief, inner child wounds, or suppressed tears. It encourages honesty without judgment. And it can help to awaken something in your DNA. There's a light body activation. Some people believe it's connected to Atlantis or Lemurian codes, but there's definitely something activating crystalline consciousness within your own cells. This is part of the quantum shift I feel you're about to experience. And if you've been seeing 555 or repeating numbers recently, let me know. If not, you may start to notice them soon. It's helping you remember your divine purpose, and yeah, this amplifies also. The Apopholyte can amplify the energies of other stones that it's near. So there's something about, they're showing me Superman, how kryptonite weakened him, but the sun strengthened him. So there's something that strengthens and amplifies your powers. All right, let's find out more. Okay. We have the Two of Elixirs. The Chariot. And the Hanged Man. All right, first, my guides want me to tell you about these two plants in the Two of Elixirs. We have yarrow and clover, and both are used to cleanse your energy, protect your energy. They help to create energetic boundaries. So if you feel like you pick up on other people's energies and maybe it kind of like clings to you, it's like you meet someone and maybe they're angry or sad or any emotion that's dark, and you feel its sticky residue on you. You can use these two plants, the flower essence specifically, to help create these energetic boundaries. It'll help cleanse any sticky residue from others' emotions and energy, and also protect your energy so that when you do get around others, it's easier for you to maintain those energetic boundaries. It's like they're showing me somebody who maybe even thinks of or visualizes a shape around them. And that is one way to create these energetic boundaries to protect your energy when you work with others. Perhaps you are working directly with other people's energy, or it's just, you go to the grocery store or a concert or whatever, and you're around a lot of different kinds of energy. And if, for whatever reason, your aura is porous, like a sponge almost, soaking up their energy. And this is a great way to protect your energy, but there's nothing wrong with using these plant allies, yarrow and clover, in flower essence form to protect your energy. What I see just immediately with my guides is that they're showing you how to protect your energy when you travel to other realms. The hanged man being a symbol of meditation, and the chariot is that traveling. We have the Apopholyte right above the chariot. So it's like you're traveling to these other realms and you want to protect your sovereignty, your energy. Not that there's anything scary about these other realms that you're traveling to, but you just want to maintain the integrity of your energy. All right, let's look a little bit deeper into the questions and the meaning of the cards. You're entering a soul union moment. This is a sacred meeting of aspects within you, like divine, feminine, and masculine. And again, this keeps coming through about mediumship. If you are channeling other people's energies, then protecting your energy becomes important. If you're traveling to the other realm to communicate with these beings, you want to protect your energy, because I do see that as a possibility. So there could be this sacred meeting of inner aspects of yourself, or with a spirit. It can even be with a calling or another person. And this shift, this quantum shift that you're about to experience, is relational. It's a new partnership, maybe a new spirit guide. It's deepened intimacy or realignment with love, not as emotion, but as a frequency. It's the union of heart and spirit where your inner self looks in the mirror and sees beauty, trust and belonging reflected back. This quantum leap is about merging with your higher self. It's like you're leaping into this evolved, loving, spiritual aspect of yourself. And you're becoming this embodied chalice, able to hold sacred connection without losing yourself. And I just keep hearing the word change when I look at these elixirs. There's something that you're going to do, this tweak to how you protect your energy. It's the purity. Okay. It's like they're all channeling through me at once. The way to clarify the messages you're receiving is to protect your energy. So when you're out in public, for example, you don't stop channeling your guides and your higher self, angels, whoever you're channeling. But the signal can get staticky or lost amongst the chaos of all the other people that you're around. And so protecting your energy, whether you're doing it with some crystalline vision of your aura, or you're using physical plant allies like yarrow and clover, that is going to help you so that you're getting clear messages from your spirit team, even if you're in a mosh pit. All right? And the chariot is this, your light body being activated in, it's activating a new level of direction, coherence, willpower. You're no longer being pulled between desire and duty. Your divine masculine is coming online, not as domination, but as sacred movement aligned with spirit, because you're protecting your energy. Remember, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, we all have divine masculine and feminine. And this is your divine masculine able to give you that sacred movement aligned with your spirit, because you're able to protect your energy from the chaos. Your spiritual masculine energy is being strengthened, and your soul's coordinates are syncing with your earthly steps. You're remembering that you are both the charioteer and the vehicle. You're driving and you are the cart that you're driving. And your DNA codes awakening, you're remembering how to move in alignment with your higher self. You're not chasing anything, you're becoming magnetic. And the Hanged Man is what amplifies your power. This quantum shift is also opening you up to seeing things in a new perspective, to see with your soul's eyes. And this masculine energy coming online is giving you the power to expand and wait without urgency. It's giving you the power to pause and to release control, trusting divine timing, to enter the stillness where visions come unbidden. You amplify your field when you become the receiver, not the pursuer. Your greatest power surge may come in the still moment when you just kind of, your ego dissolves and the divine moves through you. This is a quantum shift, a sacred union inside or out that recalibrates you to the frequency of trust, love, and divine reflection. And your light body awakening your power to move with spiritual precision and emotional alignment. It's all being activated. Your will is whole. Your power is amplified. And interestingly, it's surrender that expands you, not doing more, but allowing more. Remember, you're becoming this magnet, and the sacred pause is your amplifier. Reading number 2, wow, please let me know if this resonates. If you've recently got other readings that are telling you more or less the same thing, or adding to this thread of message, this stream of consciousness. So excited for you. I'm wishing you the best. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Welcome, reading number 3. You chose the seedling. And if you came from reading number 1, please let me know, because during the intro, when I drew this card, what I saw was we had a baby on card number 1, and now we have a baby plant. Something is sprouting, some idea of yours is taking form, it's beginning to grow, it's taking root. There's something of yours that it's in its early stages and you're still nurturing to bring it to maturity and fruition. And Sodalite activates the throat chakra, the third eye, encouraging you to speak with clarity and live from inner integrity. It reveals the deeper truths beneath surface thoughts and helps dissolve false narratives or people-pleasing patterns. It helps you to speak what's real. And it's a high vibration crystal that balances spiritual vision with intellectual discernment. It brings structure to intuition, making it ideal for thinkers, channels, mediums, artists who receive floods of information, writers. It's like if you know you have a muse and you just receive these downloads, Sodalite is really beneficial to make sense of those downloads so that they can be expressed clearly. And it supports the nervous system. and emotional harmony. Sodalite helps regulate intense emotions and restore a sense of calm, mental spaciousness. All right. Let's see what this is that you're growing, what you're nurturing. Perhaps your downloads, something to do with what you're receiving, what you're channeling. The Queen of Rods. The Ace of Blades. And the Magician, which also came out in reading number 2, though in a different position. I feel like your cards are saying yes, yes, yes. You know, if we're asking how you can nurture your ability to channel, and the Queen of Rods, which would be the Queen of Wands, is the divine channel. It's like saying you are the divine channel. Maybe you just need to believe it. And how can you receive, interpret how can you express and interpret what you receive clearly? And you have the Ace of Blades or the Ace of Swords, which is all about clarity. So it's like, yes, you are receiving it with clarity. And then how can you create something tangible with this? And you get the Magician. It's like, yes, 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 you're there. The Queen is you at your most luminous, confident, magnetic, creatively alive. She doesn't just receive inspiration, she becomes the energy it travels through. You can nurture this by creating sacred space before you channel. So you can create that space with an action or a physical space. So it could be lighting a candle or wearing something in particular that makes you feel powerful. Now, that could be clothes, jewelry. It could even be a scent that you have. They're showing me a bottle of either essential oils or something that is tied to a specific deity or angel, or maybe it's something that you created that connects you to your spirit guides or your higher self. You can bless your tools, you can ring a bell. All of these are ways that you can create a sacred space that will help to nurture your ability to channel and embody that confidence. Trust your body as an altar. You can dance, stretch, sway. Your movement keeps your channel clear. That movement is like if you wanted to improve the energy of your physical room, you would sweep the floor. and that clears away any stagnant energy, anything lingering that you don't need, so that you have fresh energy in the room. And it's the same thing with your body. Your body is the conduit through which you receive these downloads, this divine inspiration. And so the way to keep your conduit clear of energy is by moving, stretching, dancing, swaying, walking, all of that. Yoga, all of that is helping to move out what isn't yours and keeping your channel, your conduit, fresh and clean and ready to receive. And believe in your magnetism. You don't have to chase these downloads. They're seeking you. They're coming to you. This is saying, yes, yes, yes. We're sending you messages. You're receiving them. You just have to believe it. So all you got to do is just make sure that you're open, ready to receive it. The Ace of Blades, which would be the Ace of Swords, is expressing with precision and truth. This is the sword of discernment. The downloads you're receiving are pure, piercing. And you're being shown that more concise, honest, and distilled your words become, the more potent your channel. Think of somebody who doesn't talk very often, and when they do talk, what they say has more weight. So don't water down your message with wordiness. And you can nurture this by immediately after receiving a download, write it down. Don't let your mind overprocess. Just write it down without judgment, without processing. Just write it down. The interpretation, if you need it, will come later. But they're telling me the more that you move your body, the less interpreting you'll need. Your messages will be very clear. After you write it down, you can do it immediately or come back later. Speak your insights out loud. Let your voice shape the energy. There's something that is going to happen in your physical body when you say it out loud. It doesn't have to be to anyone else at first. Just say it out loud. It's going to bring more clarity, and it's going to integrate the message into the physical more easily, and just kind of help you refine and recalibrate how to best express it, so that if you do want to share it with someone else, it's going to come across with greater ease and more clarity. And it's going to allow you to practice editing without shrinking. So it's okay to refine the message, but you don't want to dull the truth or water it down. And the Magician is making it real, anchoring the spirit into form. It reminds you that you already have everything you need to bring inspiration into tangible form, whether it's a video, a story, a song, a picture, a class that you offer, a book. You have the resources. This isn't about choosing to use your tools. This is about choosing to use your tools, not waiting to use them, not perfecting, channeling and creating in rhythm. So you can nurture this by designating a time, even if it's 20 minutes, of focused expression so that it becomes a ritual. It could be early in the morning, late at night, whatever works for you. There's no wrong way to do it. You can go to your car at lunch and do some channeling and use all the elements: fire, your inspiration; air, your ideas; water, your emotion; earth, physical creation. Use symbols, chants, physical materials to ground the vision. Just like the magician performing a spell, bringing heaven to earth through your hands. Look at this hand here. Through your words, through your craft. You're in a cycle of divine embodiment. The Queen of Rods lights the flame. The Ace of Blades cuts through the noise, and the magician shapes it into something tangible that touches the world. Reading number 3, I'm just in awe. Wow. Yes, yes, yes. If you came looking for an answer, yes is the answer, in a positive sense, the most positive sense. I'm wishing you the best. Please let me know if this resonates. I love to read your comments. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye.